Okay, so an hour and a half ago, you guys got some more of a serious video. Now we get to the lighter content, and that is talking about the Miami Dolphins. So we get into the Miami Dolphins and OTAs, and I'm a little bit late on this, but finally there is some news that I can report on or talk about that isn't just reading off of Twitter and speculating, which is something that I enjoy because my dead season of YouTube and the off season for the Dolphins has risen back up and things are back to light. So there's a couple points I have here. Put it on my phone. I don't know if you guys can see it. Put it on my phone, but I have a couple things to look at from just talking about day one. Then I'll go into day two and then day three, which is today, I believe. But day one was Tuesday, no media day coverage. So that's the one we're going to talk about right now. Going just off of what we heard and other reports as well as what we saw. So this is not including anything from OTA day two. This is only talking about OTA day one. So for OTA day one, there was a couple things. The main thing we noticed, Ryan Tannehill had no brace in practice. So that was something that was very interesting to a lot of people, talking about Ryan Tannehill, if he was going to run around with a brace, what that was going to be. We had some interviews with kicker Jason Sanders, who said he's a very confident player, which is very interesting to me, considering the inaccuracy part of his career. It looks like it's going to rain outside, which is why I keep looking that way. The inaccuracy part of his career and how he was very, very, I guess, criticized because of the fact of the inaccuracy and all of those points together. So going to have to get over that hump. But he mentions that anything inside the 50 is just another good attempt, and anything outside the 50 would be a good kick for him. So that's something that's interesting to me. Hopefully we can see him more, and hopefully we can see his accuracy more. He has a huge leg. We know that. Huge freaking leg, but the accuracy was an issue. But not a lot of college kickers are too accurate, unless you're Eddie Pinheiro, or I can't remember the guy's name out of Florida State. That's no longer a kicker, but Eddie Pinheiro is one that's going to be very, very good in my opinion. Then we have Jerome Baker. He talked about Mike Gesicki and saying that he doesn't understand the criticism about Gesicki, saying that he is a leader, a playmaker, and a beast. Which is something you like to see from your new number 86, your new tight end, most likely your new starting tight end, Mike Gesicki. You like to hear that coming from a defensive player. Obviously, Jerome Baker played at Ohio State. Gesicki played at Penn State. But you could see it already. People try to compare him to Jimmy Graham, and that's kind of the mold that you see his body type is. I'm just going to go based off of Mike Gesicki as Mike Gesicki and go from there. And hopefully we can see more out of him and he can continue to be a beast. The other thing is Baker was also talking about how Raekwon is a natural born leader. He's talking about how he is a leader in the locker room in terms of that middle, I guess that linebacker core, and how he is just a, grown leader. As you guys know, Baker did play with Raekwon McMillan at Ohio State, so that's something to touch on there. And then to touch on Adam Beasley's article from the Miami Herald on Tuesday, he asked the question, is Tannehill fully healthy? We would assume so. According to what we saw on Tuesday from the media, it looked like he was very good. It looked like he was running strong. Well, not from the media, but from the Dolphins and outside sources. The question he asked is, what does the wide receiver room look like? Hopefully it looks very good. You got a lot of nice pieces there, and hopefully the veteran leadership of Danny Amendola can come through. Then from there we go to, will all 6 injured players return healthy? That's Raekwon McMillan, Ryan Tannehill, can't remember what that name is, Tony Lippett, Isaiah Ford, William Hayes, and Jawan James. So that's the 6. Hopefully they all return healthy. Apparently they all are healthy, so we'll see what that is. As you guys know, I already know some of these answers to the questions, but I'm only talking about day one today. And then leadership, who will be the true leader of the Miami Dolphins? That's a question that we'll have to get to in the future. But this has been day one coverage of the Miami Dolphins OTAs. In about an hour at 6:30, you will be getting the 3rd video of the day, and I will be talking about day 2 of OTAs. Hope you guys did very much enjoy. I will see you guys next time. Make sure you subscribe down below, and as always, peace.